So that's Rajek here. I'm recording this video, by request. A lot of people have been asking me on how I search stuff, on the internet. First thing I want to tell all of you that, though I'm going to be sharing with you some few tips and strategies, I'm still learning myself, and I'm not the expert. There are many guys who do this much better. But this is just to give you an idea that there's a whole new world opening up there, because we are living in an information age. There's a lot of information out there, and the smart people are the ones who use the internet the right way and search and navigate through the noise and get to what they want in the most efficient way. So I'm just going to be sharing with you a few tips and on different techniques that I've been using to get what I want. And so let's go through it. In fact, if you see, I've actually put down a lot of thoughts in a notepad. I normally use a lot of these notepads without any formatting. It becomes much easier for me to just put my thoughts together. And I use mind mapping also, which is a pretty cool tool, which I'm going to be showing you right now. Okay, so how to search for stuff in the 21st century and beyond. So first of all, I want to tell you about how the mind works, because our mind does not think linearly. We are very lateral thinkers. So if you want to search for anything, if you basically want to find something what you want, don't think about it in a linear route. Start thinking about how many different ways you can get to that same answer. Okay, so that's the first point which I want to tell you. It's the core of whatever I'm going to be showing you right now. Okay, so the Stone Age searching versus ninja searching. So Stone Age searching would be like if you're searching for a dentist in Bangalore or something like that. You just directly type in there. Okay, it's very, very linear or straightforward. If you have a dental problem and you just search dentist in Bangalore and you get a few search results, and that's like normally what people do to search for stuff. Now the ninja way of searching is looking at it in multiple different ways. So you search for reviews, you look for the top dentists in Bangalore, you do some research on them, you do a little bit of background check on them, then you zero down to who you really want. Okay, so that's like a ninja based of searching, where you don't just directly go ahead with the results that come up on the first 3-page ranks just because they are ranking in the first 3. The ninja searchers are the ones who do a little bit more research. Okay, so normally what do we search for? We normally search for information. Information would be mainly solutions to our problem. So if I have a problem with my Mac, and if I have a virus attack, or if my system is slow, I may search for stuff like related to that, like how do I speed up my Mac, and I head into blogs and I read those blog articles, and then I basically find solutions to my problems. So the first type of searching, what people do on any of the search engines, be it Google, Yahoo, Bing, YouTube, and many other, even on Facebook, for example, we search for solutions to a problem that we are facing. And that's the first type of search. And the second one is entertainment. So we also search for music, we search for movies, we search for other entertainment information, which these are only the 2 types of searches that people do. Okay, so now I just want to talk about casual browsing versus laser focused browsing. Now this is where we are in the information age, and most of us are knowledge workers today. We sit in front of our computer for hours together, and many times we even get lost. We don't know how time is flying, but you just keep clicking and clicking and clicking right through the day, and then you realize a lot of time has gone. You've been through a lot of sites, but you've not got much work done. So if you're looking at casual browsing, there is a way on how I do it. I'll tell you a few techniques on how I'm able to crash through 300, 400 news articles within 30 to 45 minutes and stuff that's relevant. Okay, and then the other thing is laser focused browsing. On if I really want to get some work done, there's a way on how I do that, and I'll be sharing that also with you. Okay, so let's get into mind mapping, because mind mapping has really helped me also understand search and get a overall perspective of how it works. Okay, so I've just pulled up a mind map document here. Okay, so let's see, I want to talk about let's say blogging as a topic. Okay, now this is where the future of searches is heading into. It's not just about searching for a particular topic, but looking at other ways you can get to that topic and other information, so that you learn more and you get to know much more by doing a little bit of research beforehand. Okay, so if I really have to search about blogging or any particular topic, I just put them all in a mind map document. Okay, so now since I know blogging, there are different things that I can search for. So this is how I approach the whole search process. So blogging, what do I want to know? So I want to know how to. Okay, so when it comes to how to blog, there are many things. So there is content, content, there's copywriting skills, then there is probably SEO skills, Then there is WordPress skills. Okay, now when it comes to copywriting skills, I can actually go one level deeper. So I can talk about headlines, I can talk about creative writing, SEO skills. I can look at on page SEO. I can look at off page SEO. Then I can look at tools. Okay, SEO skills and tools. And now I can go one level deeper. So when it comes to say off page SEO, backlinking, let's say backlinking is a whole ball game on its own. Okay, so when it comes to on page SEO, again I can look at keyword research. You get what I'm saying? Now, just blogging as a topic is too, in fact, though blogging is a niche topic, but there are so many deeper levels to it. This is what I want to tell you. This is what I wanted to basically let you all know, that searching on the internet is not just about searching for a particular topic. There are many deeper topics that you can get to. Okay, so now if I want to, if I'm basically writing, if I'm managing a blog with the main central topic as blogging, now the next step what I would go and do is go into the Google keyword tool. Okay, now why do I use the Google keyword tool? For some of you who don't know, Google keyword tool is a free tool by Google where you will actually know what people are searching for in different parts of the world. Okay, right now it's called the Google keyword planner. So I'm just going to sign into my Google keyword planner now. One second, let me just shut this down. Okay, so I have my Google keyword planner, and if I just type just in, I'm going to be searching for in India. I just want to see in India search how many people are searching for copywriting skills. Okay, so let's see. Now I've got a lot of ideas from Google. There are more than 9,000 people on a monthly basis searching for writing skills, content writing 8,000, communication skills 21,000. So I'll just go into some keyword ideas, and then I can actually go in and sort out by monthly searches. And I know that communication skills is big, essay writing skills is big, content writing is big. So now I'm getting many more ideas or keywords what people are typing into the search engines, so that it gives me some thought also on what to research about. Okay, so if say essay writing, there are more than 12,100 people searching for it. Now let me type essay writing skills. Essay writing skills, how to write an essay. Now there is something known as skillsyouneed.com and essay writing. Now the reason why this particular site is ranking on the first page of Google is because they are doing something right. Okay, so pretty good article. There's some good information on how to write a good essay. Okay, so now let's now if you're getting the pattern of what I'm saying, whenever I approach a search, the first thing is I need to know why I want. So if I'm going to be writing or curating content for my blog, which is related to blogging and stuff like that, I can start bookmarking all these different sites. So skillsyouneed.com, I can bookmark this particular page, and it's going to give me some ideas for me to start writing good essays for my particular blog. Now I can take the next keyword, which is listening skills, writing skills, creative writing, importance of communication, article writing, interview skills. Or if I want, I can even go back to this, the previous search result of essay writing, and I can just look at all these other links over here. Okay, so this is just one of the ways. I just gave you this as a very crude example. I won't say that this is like the best example, but it's a crude example of how you basically zero down to your central topic, and then you start using a mind map to pick up all the related tools and related keywords. You can go one level deeper into it, and then from there you can start doing your research work, and then that will give you a whole lot of data related to your central topic, and you can actually probably become a master in that in a weekend. If you just spend a good 8 to 9 hours a day, 8 to 9 hours in over a span of 3-4 days, learning on these different topics, Now, because I'm a blogger, I knew about some of these topics, but if you have a mind map and if you just use this keyword tool, you can start picking up keywords related to that particular central topic, and you'll get to know research. And as you do research, you can start plugging in bookmarks for you to start learning and becoming a master in that particular topic. Okay, so this is the difference between casual browsing and laser focused browsing. Okay, and how mind mapping can be a good tool for that. Okay, now newspapers versus blogs. Now I don't read newspapers because I believe that newspapers are stale news at the end of the day. Of course, I also don't want to just read. There's a lot of negative news also in the newspaper, so it's not going to add any value to my life. A lot of people, they thrive on negative news. But the future is a lot of people, there's so much of information out there that it becomes much easier today for you to zero down on what you really want to consume on a daily basis. And we don't want to consume too much also. You want to consume what is relevant that can make your life better. Why do we read the newspaper? People want to know what's going around in the environment and how in their locality, and how they can they can be aware and informed of what's going on around the world. Okay, that's the whole purpose of newspapers, right? So I'll show you a few other tools that I use for newspapers. I use a tool called Flipboard. Okay, some of you can make note of this. Flipboard.com. In fact, I have it on my smartphone. So flipboard.com, it is for all your smartphone and smart devices. So I have shortlisted all my top my top sources. It's like my personal magazine. I don't do newspapers anymore. I only use Flipboard. In fact, I have different you can look at. Now this is the trending topic right now, which is Mayweather, the boxing match. It's like trending all over the news. Okay, so now instead of following just the latest news, I can also set up my own Flipboard. In fact, if I go to my account on Flipboard, like I have different topics that I have set up for myself. So lifestyle, homeschooling, content marketing, cool nuggets, social media, business nuggets. So when I go to business nuggets, every time I use my Flipboard app, I spend at least maybe 30 minutes a day, just go through all the top articles, and the ones that I want to read later, I just put them into Flipboard. And these are like the top articles which I would be interested in. So my first 30 minutes of a day is just skimming through the titles and headlines and putting them into my Flipboards. And later on, when I have more time, is when I actually go and start reading the articles. So how Pebble CEO plans to win the smartwatch war. Now, this is the big talk of the town. Apple Watch is coming in, and Pebble is big competing. They in fact started smartwatches even before. So I was interested in this topic, the myth of multitasking. All these are related to business nuggets. Okay, 7 rare Steve Jobs videos, how to find fulfilling work. Now these are all Flipboards, and this is how I read. This is how I consume information on the internet on a daily basis. Okay, it's not just randomly browsing, but it's very focused at first, and then I start browsing what's important, because I know it's adding value to me and I want to learn things faster than others. And this is what I could call as speed learning, right? You want to consume information, and you also want to learn fast, and you want to get the right information and be informed in your industry. So I have like this, the same like how I have the Flipboard is one cool tool. Let me get into the other tools that I use. I use Pulse, LinkedIn Pulse. It's an app. You can download that by LinkedIn. It also gives me all the latest news, in the LinkedIn world. There's a site called alltop.com, which is also pretty cool. This site is very good because it actually aggregates all the top trending blog articles around the world into one single page. Okay, so these are like the top blogs. You have Mashable, Fast Company, TechCrunch, Wired. These are like all the top blogs in the world. But the most popular stories are these. Okay, so right now, what is trending? So augmented reality horror movie might give you a heart attack. This is like the hot topic right now. 10 rules successful startups should follow. Now, when I know that these are the trending topics, then I know that there's a lot of people wanting to know information about that, and it also gives me some indicators that let me also learn that and let me stay ahead of of the curve in terms of knowledge of what I need to know about that particular topic. So Alltop is another site. There's another site called popurls.com. Okay, another site which basically helps you cut down on your research work, and you get to know exactly what are the top stories for today on all the different sites: Reddit, Verge, Dig, Huffington Post. This is the way that I consume news. Okay, it's really not about reading newspapers anymore. Again, based on my industry, I'm in the social media industry, so I also look at stuff what's happening in this. by looking at sites like Social Media Examiner. I've shortlisted like my top 10 blogs in that space, in that domain. Okay, and I'll show you how I go about finding those blogs. Okay. Then there's feedly.com, which I also like a lot. So Feedly is also like Flipboard. So I use mainly Flipboard and Feedly for getting the feeds that I want. So Feedly, again, I have different topics. I have business topics, I have education and entrepreneurship, marketing. Like these are like my core areas which I want to do. So if you're interested in other topics like, I don't know, say gardening and design and photography and stuff like that, you can have your own Flipboards, Feedly topics here that you can set up. And Feedly will actually search for the top blogs related to that topic, and then you can start adding them into your feeds, and you only read stuff. So if, let's say I search on Feedly for photography, okay, and then I look for photography topics, and I'll actually know which are the other topics. So there are many. So 500 picks is an editor's choice. There are over 140,000 readers following this. Let me just go and check out how they are. So there are many topics related to photography. Water from stone. So if you're a photographer, you'll find this pretty interesting, and you can just add this to your feeds, and you can start following this topic. So now this is another way on how in the future we need to be very focused on what we want to consume, who we are as a person. So it all goes back to who are you, what do you really like, what are your passions in life, and then you start becoming an expert in that, and basically honing that skill of yours by staying up to date with what's happening in that field by using tools like this. Okay, and then I use Google Trends also. I don't know if many of you have heard this, but just type Google Trends, and then you just type, you have different trends in different countries. So right now I'm on Google India search, so I'm able to see the different trending topics right now. So Sony 6 Live, Mayweather versus Paquis. I don't know. I've really not. I don't know how to pronounce this word. Okay. So RCB versus KKR. That was again a trending topic in India. So you'll actually know what are the top searches, what are the top trends. You can see with 2014 charts. Click on what's trending now in India in searches. What people are actually typing in the search engines. It is this. Okay. So it's definitely the boxing fight, IPL, Kate Middleton. Okay. So her second baby on the steps. Okay. So this is like the different trending topics right now. Uttama Villain, I think the Kamal Hassan's new movie. So these are like, you'll know exactly what's trending right now in your country, in your place by just changing your, so suppose I want to see what's in UK, I just change it to google.co.uk, okay, and you'll see the different trends that's happening in that part of the world. Okay, so I have to just change it over here. So I can choose what are the trends in United Kingdom. And then, so these are the different trends. So every single search is different in different parts of the world in Google. So you can use Google Trends to see. So if you see right now, Royal Baby is #1 trend in UK because Kate Middleton is from UK, but the #1 trend in India is different. Okay, so this is one way that you can get to know what are the trending topics on Google, and this is another way on how I look at the different news. And most of the newspapers today, I'm sorry to say this, but yeah, most of them pick up stuff from these places, and then they go and print it out newspapers, and you see it the next day. Okay, so physical paper news in the digital world is still stale news. Okay, so now let's get into search strings, and because this was the topic that I was talking about yesterday when I basically put out that message on Facebook that you can use different search strings. You don't have to directly type in the specific keyword on Google. Okay, so now let's say I want to talk about let's say parenting, for example. So I look for top 10 parenting tips. Okay, or let's say I want to look at top 10 parenting blogs. Okay, now if I'm a father, I want to look at how I can raise my son. He's a toddler. So top 10 parenting blogs for 2014. Okay, now why do I do this is because why do I search for blogs? Because blogs have a lot of content, and I want to just pick the top 10 blogs, and I want to see which blog I'm interested in and picking up information. This is the best thing I do. So if you're into photography, just search top 10 photography blogs. So somebody who's shortlisted that, you'll get a lot of results. Okay, and then you just see from your top 5 or 10 results if there is any particular site which is common to all of them, and then we'll pick it up. So let's see. I'll just go to the top 50 parenting blogs of 2014, and let's see. So famousparenting.com. Now what I do, the first thing is the reason that this particular blog is ranking number 1 in the search is because they have done something right. Probably they are also a good blog themselves. So I have a tool called the Alexa tool, which I've installed on this site, and there's one more tool called Spybar, which I just spy and I check it out. Okay, I can also see what plugins they're using. I know what is their Alexa rank. I know their page rank is not that good. Okay, so I'll just look at the Alexa toolbar which I have, and the Alexa toolbar, their world ranking is 1.6 million, which is not great, and their USA ranking is 684, which is not that great. Anyway, let's see. So I will know whether I can trust this blog or not. Okay, so there's something known as 8-bit dad. Sounds pretty cool. Let's go and see 8-bit dad. Okay, so 8-bit dad, I'll do the same research and see. 8-bit dad is ranking 830,000 in the world and 293, which is okay. I wouldn't say it's that great blog, but yeah, so let's see. I want to check out something else. A mom's take, a nut in a shell, ask your dad blog. I think ask your dad blog is quite famous. Let's see. Ask your dad blog. Okay, no, not this. Okay, so this is what I would do normally when I do research. Just go check out the top 10 blogs, and I know some of these blogs, okay, put your heart on paper, Mother's Day, they're not having too many solutions to the problems. Okay, so 10 tips for a better night's sleep. This blog seems to be well designed, nice way that they have structured their information. Kids activities, parenting, mom. Now let's see the Alexa rank. It must be better. Okay, they're 119,000 in the world, they're 26,000 rank. Okay, so design also matters a lot on what appeals to me. Okay, so hi, I'm Janel, I'm married and a mother of 4 boys. Okay, so good. That's pretty good for me to learn something from you. Okay, so 10 tips for a better night's sleep. So let's say now this is going to be eat dinners, whatever. I'm pretty happy with the way that she's having her blogs very clean, and she's having some good tips also. Okay, so let's say if I want to do this as a parenting, if I want to stay in, get information on all topics related to parenting, because I'm a father, I have a young toddler right now, I can even just take this particular link, momstake.com. I can go to my Feedly and I can add a new feed on this. Okay, so I'll just create a new category over here. So I'll just go to all categories. Okay, let me add some content. I'll add the URLs here, a mom's take. Okay, and I'm going to be adding this feed into a new category called parenting for myself. I've not done that on Feedly, but yeah. So now I get all my feeds coming from her blog into my Feedly account, and I'm able to shortlist. So this is what I do when I'm doing any search on Google. I search for the top 10 blogs, and now let's look at the fun part. Now I'm going back to Google, and this is where the search operators come in. Okay, so a momstake.com. Now instead of typing www.momstake.com, there is a code that you can use to know how many pages does this particular blog have. Okay, so you do site:// and she has 7,450 pages, all the related pages related to that particular blog only. If you see, all the URLs are a momstake.com. If you look at it, if I just do a momstake.com on its own, it's going to show around 200,000 results. I don't want that. I want to see how many pages does this particular blog have. Okay, and then parenting, contact. There may be a lot of hidden pages which are not there, which I'll actually get to see using this search query. Okay, so I can actually go and see all her different topics just by clicking on this. Okay, let me just scroll through a few pages. Let's see if something interests me. Okay, books, maybe parenting books, so review books, archives. So she's actually having a topic on the different books related to parenting. So must have books for spring, and let's just click on that and see. So now if you see, this is another different smart way of searching. I did not search for just parenting books. I looked for the top blog. I looked into the different sites, pages inside that website. In fact, I have another tool which is called a Ghostery, which is a Google Chrome extension, and I know all the different plugins that she's installed at the back end. okay, when it comes to her internet marketing and the strategy, because I'm in the social media space. I can see which are the different tools and services she's using, and if I feel, and I also go and explore some of those tools to see if it makes sense with my business. Okay, so this is just an example of how searching has really evolved into something much bigger. It's not just about linear search, it's about lateral searches. When I'm looking at the site, I'm not only looking at Alexa rank, I'm not only looking at the content, I'm not only looking at the plugins in the backend, I'm also looking at how I can learn from it and implement it and bookmark it so that I can keep coming back to it. Okay, so must have books for spring. I have the different books here, and let's say these are, she's listed her favorite books. And then the next step is, I feel if some of these books are good, I can you can find this book here, Teeth Fairies. Okay, let me just go and look at this site. Now let's say when I link into this blog, it gives me an opportunity to go and look at other blogs also. Okay, so Polar Bears, Chronicle Books. Okay, now Chronicle Books, next I can look at the Alexa rank of Chronicle Books. 88,000 in the world, looks like a fantastic site. And I can go and check out their Facebook and Twitter profile to see how they are doing. So Chronicle Books on Facebook, they have around 83,000 fans, and every single post is getting quite a bit of engagement, but it's okay. But yeah, but this is, now I can even bookmark Chronicle Books and go and see if they have a blog, if they've got something. Again, this is again related to kids, lifestyle, literature. Again, bookmark this site, keep coming back. If I'm again into parenting, I may want to have a resource list of all these different things. Okay, so this is one way of searching on Google operators. I'm just going to pause this video right now because I want to charge my laptop. I'll just be back 1 second. Okay, so now let's get into the next one, which is in Google operators. If you just search for Google search operators, you're going to be the first link. You can actually go and check out all the different codes that you can use to search for stuff on Google. Okay, just to show you a few examples, I'll go to Google search, and I had made a list of something. So the first thing which I showed you is if you use site : anything, say encashyourpassions.com, which is one of my site. Okay, I know how many pages. There are around 513 results, and I get to see all the links from that particular website. Okay, let's look at any other site. This is one way to know all the different pages of a particular website. The other thing is you can look at info. So if I look at info.socialmediaexaminer.com, I will know what is their topic. Social Media Examiner helps build master social media marketing. Now let's say the other site that we are just looking at. What is the site? It is momsteak.com. Okay, now let's look at info:momsteak.com, and you'll know this is a sponsored post. Whatever, all opinions are 100% mine. So it's a women's resource site, and you can actually see similar. Show Google's cache is one. Find web pages that are similar to Momsteak. So this, not many people know to use this feature, but if you click on that, you can know 5 minutes for mom, mom's favorite stuff, divine secrets of domestic diva, and all these are related to parenting. Okay, and there's like so many blogs. There are more than 48 results right now related to this one, momstart.com. Okay, I just gave you like a simple way on how you can search for for any information that you want. Okay, I'm also a little bit disoriented right now with the kind of possibilities that there are with this kind of search. Okay, so this is another search string. Now another code that you can use, which is there even in that, let's say in URL, if in the URL there is something like parenting, and you use another code filetap.text, you can also get to see text documents of different. Okay, now let's say for example the first one. Hope this doesn't get into any kind of code. Okay, it's getting into a GitHub document. Okay, anyway, there are many more. I don't want to get into the details of this these codes, because this is a code which I actually got in the search operators, where you can actually go and find out specific documents from sites if you want to extract information from different websites. Okay, more specifically, in fact, I had done this code, and my good friend my good friend Kulwant Nagi, blogger, when I do SEO plus specialist, I see blogging cage as one of the first documents, and inside that I get the list of all his different articles, all the headlines, so I can actually use this to get some ideas if I have to write articles on SEO. Okay, so all this is just a text document, and there are so many articles written on how to do SEO, how to improve SEO, how to to do SEO writing. So a lot of SEO related stuff like this you can find actually documents from other sites. Okay, so this is another one. Now let's get into LinkedIn Boolean, because now again, besides searching for information, you may also want to search for the right people that you want to connect with in your business, in your network and stuff like that. So normally what do we do if in fact, if anyone searches for social media, okay, I'm just going to do it quickly. If anyone searches for social media expert in my network, in fact, you can try it. If you're watching this on LinkedIn, I'm the first rank on the first page. If you're a part of my first, second, or third degree in the connections, you will find me on the first rank. And I've done some bit of search engine optimization of my LinkedIn profile. Okay, now let's look at the other way. Now on LinkedIn, the advanced search is pretty good. Okay, now let's say if I type social media expert. Let's look at something else. I also have a few options here. Okay, if I just want to type software developer, okay, in my first, second, and third degree connections, LinkedIn is going to give me a result of okay, I'll just make this a little bit. Okay, I don't want to search the whole of LinkedIn. I just want to search for people in India who are living in Bangalore, 560001. I'll just put that as the Bangalore zip code that I'm living in. Sorry, I think I've done a mistake in that. So search anywhere near India, and 560037 is my zip code, so 10 kilometers radius, and I'm going to do a search. So if I'm going to be searching for a software developer in this, I'm going to get around 4,157 results of software developers who's living in this area. Okay, software developer is too generic a term. Let me look at okay, let me just look. Fine, I'll go with this example. I'll just keep it as developer. Okay, and I get probably a little more results, 7,392. Now there's something known as Boolean search strings on LinkedIn, where you can use search strings like this. Okay, so you just basically have it in brackets, and you need to type developer or engineer or programmer or hacker. Okay, so if I just put in this particular search query into LinkedIn search, it's not going to search just my network. See, from 7,392, it's going to move to 43,751 people. It's going to search across LinkedIn network. So many number of people living in Bangalore. Okay, this is not like global search. Now it's expanding my search results. And let's say I want this to become very, very targeted. I just want to search only for hacker, those who have hacker in their keywords within Bangalore. And you use the same search query, and you see the results, it'll come down now to 210 results, and you're sure that these are hackers. Now I don't want growth hackers, because I want the real program hackers. So if I do -GROWTH space and in the search query, it'll filter the results down. So there are actually 179 hackers in Bangalore within the 10 kilometers that I am right now, and I can start getting in touch with them. Okay, and even in the advanced search, if I want, I could make this just first degree connections, so I can directly message them. So if I'm looking for a hacker for whatever project that I don't have anyone in my first degree connection, so I go to advanced once again, and okay, second degree connection, probably I'll have a few more results. Okay, so 87 connections. Yeah, probably I can get in touch with him. Now this is an advanced search query which you can use on LinkedIn to do Boolean search for whatever that you want, especially if you're into recruitment, and if you're into even for business development, if you want to get in touch with specific people from specific companies, you can use these keywords. Now what I do is, instead of just having developer, this is where your lateral thinking comes into play. If you're just searching for software engineer, it's just a linear way of thinking. But you look at all possible other words. Okay, let me look at another example. I want to do a live example so that you really get this. Okay, so if I want to search for something related to baking, okay, or I want to look at something, let's say chef. Okay, CHEF. So I'm looking for chef. There are so many different words in chef. So instead of just putting, if I do just chef as keywords, I'm getting 22 results. Let me make this as a third degree connection also. Okay. So in Bangalore, in my network on LinkedIn, if I want to get in touch with chefs, there are around 98 people in my network at this point. Now, what are the other words related to chef? So culinary is one of the words. So I can put chef. I can put. Now what I would do is probably go into my keyword research tool. Okay. Let me just open that page up. I'll go to my keyword research tool and just type culinary and get some ideas on Google search here. So the Google keyword tool is going to give me some other possible words. So chef, maybe cooking, hospitality, if I want to target them, chef courses, chef training. I just want to look at a few other buzzwords. Okay. So I'm getting more ideas right now. So chef, knife, training. Okay, I think this is good enough. So hospitality, chef, culinary, cooking. So these are the words. Generally on LinkedIn, the regular search I got around 98 results. But if I now add these words in and get into the search, from 98, it's going to go to 3,458 results. Okay. Now you get the power of LinkedIn search. Yeah. So this is using Boolean search strings. Now let's go to Twitter. Now on Twitter, you have Twitter search also, but I use a cool tool called Follower Wonk. Okay. This video might be long, but if you're watching this till here, I really appreciate it. Okay. It's awesome. You really want to learn some stuff on this. Okay. Now Follower Wonk is a very, very cool tool. I was also just testing out a few, search strings here. Now, if I want to search for chef, it's a free tool, by the way. You can search for all Twitter users who have the word chef. Again, you use the search strings here. You can use chef. You can use culinary. The only thing with Follower Wonk is you should not use inverted commas and don't use the word or. You have to use pipes actually. Okay. So I'm just going to remove these and put them all in pipes. I don't want hospitality. So chef, culinary, cooking, located in Bangalore, who have that in the Twitter bios, and I can actually filter down and get all their Twitter details. Okay. So Madhu Menon, so these are some of the people that I can see here. I can also sort this out by those who have large number of followers, and then I can start getting in touch with them. Probably they're an influencer in the Twitter space, and I can go and see if they have a blog, and I can see how I can connect with them and maybe do some business together and help their business grow as well. Okay. So Hema's Kitchen, a simple blog that explains traditional Indian cooking with a modern twist. Seems pretty good. She's got around 3,000 Twitter followers. I can just go and just check out what she's doing on Twitter, maybe even connect with her. And if I'm probably running a restaurant business, I can get in touch with her and ask her if she can maybe write a blog reviewing my restaurant. Let her come, and if she's going to be neutral, if she's not promoting her. So let's go and see hemaskitchen.com. Again, this is how you can get in touch with local people who are active in the social media universe and probably connect that to your business. So again, I use my secret ninja tools at the back end. I go and see what's her Alexa rank. There's no data. Okay, let me go and see using Spybar at this point. Again, no data. Maybe she's just a passionate blogger. She just started off. Maybe she could use my help. Yeah, I could get in touch with her, and she's putting on recipes there. Maybe useful, but there's not much traffic coming onto this site. Okay. So this is how I search using Follower Wonk on Twitter. You can actually get in touch with influencers. You can get in touch with people. You can get to know stuff. There's one more thing. You can search for hashtagify.me. Okay, because hashtags is also the future. I mean, a lot of people are using hashtags across all different social networks. So you can actually go and go to this site called Hashtagify, which will basically tell you what are the popular trending tags right now in Twitter. So if social media is my top topic right now, I can just type in, okay, let me just, it's a little slow right now. I'll just type social media. Okay, if you see right now, Nepal is really trending now with the earthquake, Kathmandu, Nep News, India, travel, Nepal quake. These are like the hashtags that are doing very, I mean, a lot of people are talking about that. Okay, popularity is quite high. Okay, so if I just type social media as my main hashtag, Hashtagify will actually give me all the different related hashtags which are popular. Or I can also get to know if those hashtags are popular for me to use in my tweets, to use in my social media messages, so that other people can discover me. Okay, so social media is huge. There's marketing, Twitter, news, Facebook, infographic. So infographic, let's see, infographic for example is a hashtag, popularity 65.4, which is pretty good. And let's see, social media as such. Okay, you have different modes here. Okay, so if I want to be writing, let's say I want to post something on my Facebook. In fact, I've done a post on recently on an infographic. Okay, so 10 ways to make your blogs go viral. Okay, so if I want to just post this on my Twitter account, which I'm logged in right now. Okay, let me just go to this encashyourpassions.com, and I'm sure I have a Twitter link somewhere here. Okay, so I'm going to share this on Twitter. Okay, so here I'm going to just add hashtag infographic and tweet this. Okay, so I know from Hashtagify that infographic is quite popular. So I've tweeted this, and I can go back to my, I can view this tweet on Twitter right now. 10 proven ways to make your blogs go viral, infographics. So all those who are following infographics, they'll actually get to discover my blog, and that way I'll get traffic back to my blog. Okay. So this is another way of using Twitter hashtags and using Twitter search, using follower wonk, and to get your way through the noise on Twitter. Okay. So when it comes to credibility check, I use sites like Alexa, Compete, there's Cloud.com, there's Quora, there's LinkedIn, there's Mouthshut, Rotten Tomatoes. Especially if you're doing movies and different other stuff, I go there to just get some information. Okay, so I also do a lot of hyper reading and info consumption. Like I said, I consume a lot of data by using my Feedly and my Flipboard apps on my smartphone, and I'm able to crash through at least 200 to 300 articles in the span of 30 to 45 minutes. I don't go and read all of them. I just skim through them, and I see what was important. I just bookmark them, and so I just get to know what's happening around the world. And if there's something that interests me, then I go and I read that and I learn about it, and then I start recording videos like this. Okay, so this is how you can filter through all the blahs and get to the goal that you want. At the end of the day, search is all about lateral thinking. Like I said in the beginning, it's really not about looking at things just in one particular way. It's about having multiple angles to it. There are advanced search tools like SEMrush and stuff like that. You can do some research on that. And I also use this bookmarking tool called Pocket, which is pretty good on the Mac. I've not installed it on this toolbar, but yeah, you can actually bookmark stuff on your on any device, and it gets sync. It all syncs up. Yeah, not Feedly, it's Feedly, which is pretty good, and Flipboard. These are like my ninja tools for bookmarking stuff. Okay, so I hope you found this video useful. Share your comments below, because this video is probably up on YouTube, and a lot of people, I would like you to share this to other people also if they want to know how to search in the 21st century. Okay, bye bye.